All right. Good. RedPanda, ready anytime. Orc Mirror. I did not expect to see this. I thought Sing Sing was quite a likely victory con over the Viper.
Yeah, that was a beautiful series, though. It was really fun to watch.
Very good series. Both are ready. Let's jump into it, Loco. Here we go. All right. Viper against RedPanda. Both of them have met each other in Age of Empires 4. Age of Empires 4 came out, 4 years ago? Oh, sorry.
Wrong map. All right.
Okay, they're ready. Here we go.
So, do you have any predictions for this after seeing them both play today?
It's really hard to say. I think RedPanda's... we didn't really see RedPanda completely... Wait, I need to swap the players first. We didn't completely see him get tested because he faced one of the lower MMR players in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
We need a webcam swap. Wait, did I just do something wrong? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, he played against Tasteless. Games were over pretty fast. He showed good control, but he was not tested in the same way that the Viper was. So I think it's difficult to predict. My expectation is that they're going to have some kind of weird micro, inner meta between the two of them that will evolve over the series as they both realize what's good, because they're probably relatively limited experience in Orc Mirror. The opponents they face, I think it's mostly humans, then elves, then Orc, then undead. So this is one of the lesser represented matchups that they would have experience in. And while you talk what your thoughts are on predictions, I'm actually going to go look up the stats to see if that's true.
Go ahead, yeah. I really like that series that TheViper played against Sing Sing. So if you looked at just the MMR of both of the players, you would imagine it's going to be like a 3-0 sweep for Sing Sing. But that is not what it was at all, right? It was a very well-fought victory there for TheViper. So it's pretty obvious that he's playing at least a couple 100 points above his current MMR, if not a whole lot more than that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can imagine, at least as far as the level of competition goes, there's just not that much practice for the both of them, right? A lot of players have been going up quite a bit in MMR over the last couple of days.
True.
So yeah, will be fun to see if they play substantially better. Yeah, you'll be able to notice, right? I don't really know anything about this matchup, but if they play a lot better near the end of the series than they will do in game number 1.
The Viper has a cheese. I don't know who taught him. Oh, I guess Knopf, his coach. It's double racks.
Double barracks?
Yep. This is mass headhunter all in. So that's definitely something that could help. In the meantime, I did check the stats right before their Farseers clash. I checked the stats and found out I was totally lying. So they have faced a very fair, substantial amount of Orc. The Viper's about 50% win rate at it, 53. And RedPanda, it's his best matchup by the stats. 72%? By far RedPanda's best matchup. Will he ever have faced this cheese, though? And will Viper make the mistake of showing it, walking his Farseer to his main?
He's not. He's gonna run around, playing Ring Around the Rosie with the other Farseer and the dogs. Is this what this matchup usually looks like? I've never seen Orc v Orc before, but this looks silly.
I mean, the way that they're playing is like how they play against every race, where they do Farseer pressure, and they win with their good micro control, and they dysregulate the enemy's macro because of it. So, of course, when two Farseer wolves meet each other, you should run from the wolves, and you should put your wolves on the hero. So this is peak Orc performance, yes.
They've got something nice going on, too. That's nice.
But this is already like inner invitational meta, because if you look at other Orc mirror games, sometimes there's like Blade Master mirror image creeping, there could be Farseer Headhunter creeping, there's all kinds of other playstyles, but it's usual for now, Loco, but it's not going to be usual for long, because two barracks are going to be churning away headhunters. The build order is clean. I think what happened is Knopf probably sent in one of his own games, one of his own replays or VODs. Viper looked at it and copied it. So while everything looks normal now, wait, maybe, is it weird to see 4 headhunters now on the other side of the map? I feel like that's kind of a tell, Loco.
Yep, that's too many. You can't walk and make that many at this point in time out of just one.
But will he realize it?
So probably. I wonder if he's gonna adjust though throughout the series, because he mentioned during the interview that he doesn't like the Blade Master at all, right? He mentioned that he almost wanted to quit because RedPanda, that is, he doesn't like Blade Master.
Just 2 Farseers hitting each other. 5 Headhunters now against 3 is really sussy. You've had this moment in StarCraft, no doubts, where you're like, hey, that's 1 Marine too many. And someone is secretly double ranksing.
Yep. At some point you realize that it's just a little bit too much, right? Like you're making the same units, and your opponent has more of the same units, and on your side of the map, so there has to be a second barracks.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this. We have a shop coming. So either Viper's going to TP, heal up, and go again. Or he's going to walk all the way home. I'm not sure which one it's going to be. Many Headhunters getting saved. RedPanda kind of dropping the ball, not sending his wolves there. Oh my god, Viper's doing so well. He killed like 3-4 Headhunters and losing none.
Yep. The wolves have been going to town, just picking off all of the weakened units. And now he's got level 2 over his opponent too. Do you go Chain Lightning here?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know the other Farseer ability?
I think it's like a scan, isn't it?
Yes. It's
not very useful now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
Where are you? Scan.
The bad-mannered scan right now in the main base would be sick, though.
Yep, it would actually be BM if you scanned right now on top of the opponent.
Ooh, Scroll of Speed. Is he gonna? Do you chase this? No, there's no way, dude. There's way too many headhunters.
Of course, you speed scroll and you kill the headhunters in the back if you dare. You would drop low, but you could kill like a lot there. All of these need healing. So how is Viper gonna heal? Oh, he goes to tier 2. That's not how you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to go home, heal up, and bring 4 peons and tower.
You gotta double down on the aggression?
You gotta double down on the aggression. Now he's kind of just... I mean, what is this? Like, imagine doing 2 barracks or 4 barracks Moss Marines, and then being like, yeah, I can macro behind this. This is just a pressure opener.
So the question is, has he done enough damage to justify this?
I mean,
Tier
he killed
2 right now for his opponent.
Viper killed 6-7 headhunters and lost none, which is insane. He, something
soon
like
to be 1.
Okay, soon to be 1. Yeah, maybe he did lose 2 already. So that means now he's lost like 2. He might lose 3, but he killed like 7. So that's really nice. But all of the experience is going to the Farseer. So eventually, when the Tavern Chieftain gets higher level, that's nice deny. RedPanda might be in the lead.
So Orc can only ever heal when there's a hero nearby, right? Like they need to use the hero ability.
Yes.
In this stage in the game, at least.
And it's a minus 70 on the clarity. Everything is going to get cancelled by the wolf. Well, not everything, I guess. It is a non-combat consumable, which is to say, if you get attacked, it cancels the remainder of the effect.
Ooh, he's not rebuying it either.
And you can only buy 2 charges of heal salve, so you can heal up to 6.
Oh.
And then like maybe 45 or 60 seconds later, you get another charge.
I see. So is it beneficial for him now to go across the map, though, against 2 heroes?
I think so. He's got... Yeah. Normally, what I would do here probably, I would creep this shop, get level 3 Farseer, buy heal score protection, and then you go. And that's almost insurmountably strong. He's also very close to tier 2. He can get troll regeneration, which means you won't need as many heal salves. Farseer level 3 means wolves level 2. And he's got 1/1 upgrades already on his war mill upgrades. So his headhunters are stronger. He has more than double, and they're going to have regen soon. But the one thing he really needs is to be able to resist and get that heal scroll. Burrow kills here would be huge.
He's trying to decide what to do. A little indecisive for just a moment. He decides to go Brewmaster.
Okay.
So we're doubling down on aggression even more?
Yeah. I mean, Brewmaster is a good scaling hero. The funny thing is, if Orc gets Brewmaster, usually it means they're rushing. But for Night Elf, it means they're greedy and playing for the late game. Whereas if Night Elf gets Naga, they're playing normal. And if Orc gets Naga, they're all in. The context of what you're trading in for is very different based on what race you are.
I've played the Panda like once or twice, and I found that it's garbage unless you got both abilities. So what makes it good for Orc at this stage in the game?
Headhunters, low health, numerous. Drunken Haze gives mischance. He has a large enough army that he can power creep it to level 3. Panda is garbage at level 1, but fantastic at level 3+. If he separates his Farseer here, he's going to get Panda 3 off this camp, and he does. Ooh. Great play by Viper.
He's playing very well.
is not in the bag. The heal scroll protection, the heal scroll invul actually went to RedPanda. RedPanda is also on the way to tier 3, which means he can get the upgrade, which gives bonus 100 health on the headhunters.
He actually perfectly got level 3. Huh. I mean, you knew it. Do you think he knew it too? You got a little lucky.
I don't know if he knew it, but I knew it from feeling. It's really weird how you can predict that, but just based on like, the bars, the feeling, the creep camp strength. I think he had a good feeling probably that it would work. Tier 3 just started by Viper. He's got his second attack upgrade coming, more headhunters, and a Tavern totem as well. I don't know if that's going to be for walkers or for torrents.
There you go. Scroll of healing on the Farseer. And the scroll of protection.
Why is he speed scrolling?
Guess he wanted to chase this one down. There we go, though. Berserk is active now on at least the units in blue.
Ooh. There's a heal scroll for Viper. He has protection scroll. 1 armor upgrade, 1 armor from the protection. Still saving his heal scroll for now. Huge fire breath on the backline. Heal scroll for Viper now would be insane. There's the shockwave. Does he remember he has it?
He just bought it like a second ago, but I think he has forgotten that he does have it. Still though, winning the fight regardless.
Yeah. You had the 100 health upgrade for RedPanda, but he forgot to use heal scroll himself. He also forgot to use Scroll of the Beast. So he didn't have that going for him. And then you had Viper's 2-1 upgrades with regen and a level 3 Panda. Oh, he really needs heal scroll now!
Invul on the Torrent Chieftain. He's gonna try and chase this down. Yeah, he's forgotten that he's got it.
Yep. I feel like you made good use of your items. Better than most Invitational participants. You remembered your staffs. Like, once you have that habit, you were clean on it.
Well, the first time you showed me, I was like, how in the world am I ever going to implement this in a game? And then I realized, wait a second. Both of them work together so nice.
The double staff,
Is he going to buy another one? Okay, no, he buys... I guess it's not for sale again. Oh, it is.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, he bought a second Scroll of Healing. Probably now realized that he must have had one all this time.
Yeah. He's like, maybe I'll actually make use of this one. 518 gold for RedPanda. He's getting Bloodlust upgrade. That takes 90 seconds. About 1 minute left. Viper goes back. In the past, Viper would just hit heal scroll to heal everything. He now... I told him that it's not great to use greater heal, greater mana, or heal scroll outside of combat. There's a cheaper ways to heal, and you can save it for battle. And it looks like he's adhering to that now, which does mean he will lose a little bit momentum for the time being. He's only at 38 population himself. He's going to get a Shadow Hunter third. Didn't make use of the totem yet, and gets a Ring of Protection +5. RedPanda is still in the game, and he's got that speed aura and soon Bloodlust, which means he will gain 40. Is it 35 or 40% attack speed from Bloodlust? And then Endurance aura gives another, I don't know, maybe... Is it 5 or 10%? So he's got almost 50% bonus attack speed. This could be big for him. He's catching up.
Yeah. Great hold by him, by the way, earlier. Yeah. It looked like it was going to be game over at like minute 6. Now here we are, and he's actually doing totally fine. Viper's running around a lot trying to decide which camp he should be creeping. Seems like in that department, at least RedPanda is a little bit more decisive, right? Trying to make sure that he is not wasting as much time. Although he's also a bit afraid, I think, of getting attacked here.
Yeah, this move of going like back home without really doing something, it's usually... I mean, it's not great. Like, he's full life, full mana. Yeah. He keeps going back. This is kind of an instinctive desire to protect the vulnerable areas. Think like holding your hands before the... But you don't even know if someone is going to kick you in the balls. So it's an illusion of safety by spending a lot of time at home, but instead you are less safe because you're not farming creeps at the same time.
I do that a lot. I'm very good at that.
Everybody does it.
Pretending that I'm going to be attacked in my own head. But Night Elf, at least you can scout, though. It seems like it's quite difficult for Orc to... You know, like, obviously you can still scout using units, but Wisps are really strong.
Wolves.
At just, you know, keeping that vision.
Wolves is the answer for Orc. You wouldn't want to use units, correct? Peon Scout is not nearly as good. But the wolves should be sent periodically to different places, and then you'll have more information. But they haven't mastered that yet.
Rope of the Magi.
It's pretty good. Bonus mana on Shadow. Or you put it on Farseer, bonus mana on Farseer, and bonus damage. Both is good. Shadow generally has better spells. Look, I get a little bit of cool Feral Spirit Harass. Attacking the peons in the burrow. Viper has a running...
I guess it's not going to kill anything, but maybe the next time around, right?
Yeah, that's true, because he resummoned. Okay, this is the big
fight.
fight.
On the other side of the map now.
Drunken Ace Fire Breath, it's big.
Oh, there we go. The wave being used right there for the Tauren Chieftain too. He's trying to chase this down.
No heal scroll yet for Viper. He needs it dearly. Oh, he did it. That's big. Huge shockwaves and fire breaths against each other. And he's targeting down the
Panda
shamans.
also does have a heal scroll though. He also has one that he might want to use here himself.
But as far as he ran home.
There we go.
With the town portal.
Where we are going, we need no town portals apparently.
Wow.
Maybe should have kept it around though.
A surround attempt here by the Viper trying to get the Tauren Chieftain. It does have a lightning shield, but he doesn't seem to care. Oh, it's a surround! Is it? It is. It is. Okay, is he actually... Does he want to hold it?
Farseer's back. Farseer's back.
Chain lightning! All the units are low!
Oh, they're so low. What a fight. Great attempt right there by the Viper, but it seems like it's just barely not worked out. And now we TP Grubby. It was all part of the plan.
I see. Okay, I learned a lot from this. Pretend your TC with lightning shield is getting surrounded, come back, chain lightning, and kill everything.
There you go. Feign weakness when you're strong. Didn't we see Tommy with the, what was it, the Art of War earlier?
Yes.
Feign weakness when you're strong and feign strength when you're weak. Brilliant.
Yeah. Wow. Okay,
so
but
both players now have only heroes, basically.
yes, but the big advantage is the upgrades, right? We've got 1-0 for Zerkers for RedPanda. Viper early on went to 2-1. Is now getting 3-1. And he has that expansion running, which I think RedPanda doesn't know. You know, I feel like in Warcraft 3 Orc Mirror, you're kind of breaking the bro code if you expand. You're not just fighting anymore.
This is not cool, dude.
It's not cool. Like, here we
are. We're having
just...
such a good time shooting arrows and stuff at each other or throwing javelins or whatever it is. And
yes.
Now you're expanding? Ugh.
Rich friends.
The red camp now too.
Rich friends, poor friends problem. Oh, insane item. Legion Doomhorn, the Death Knight aura. Regeneration for the entire army and movement speed for the whole army.
It's funny, in a bunch of my games I've had these items, but then at this stage in the game, I don't feel like I have the time to read exactly what the item does. Or I can read it, but not interpret it.
Wait, really?
Look at a replay like this and have or at a live game rather like this and have a look.
I think I've heard you say that. Be like, that's probably good.
Any of the red items are good. That's what I've learned.
He's separating his Panda away to solo farm his Farseer and Shadow. I guess he wants Shadow 3. Talisman of Evasion.
Well, he's gonna get it.
Okay, what does RedPanda get? Claws of Attack plus 12. Extremely lackluster. Farseer and Shadowhunter share spots on the bottom half of the hero list at being able to make use of bonus damage items. They have low natural attack speed. Item luck. It's part of the game. Yeah. Part of what makes it so addictive sometimes. You get those games where you find 4 Claws of Attack and you're like, yeah, I'm doing a lot of damage. And then another game, you have a demon with 4 Rings of Protection.
Yep. He never dies. Get some evasion on him.
Love it.
Nothing kills him. Yeah, this is rough right now. I don't actually know if Panda knows about the expansion. I mean, he must have.
Now he knows.
He's gonna see it now. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Well, it's okay.
His heart is gonna sink when he realizes it.
It's only been up for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
2k gold behind.
Already though, he's falling behind in supply.
Viper does have lumber issues. He got so many upgrades. He never got peons, never got shredder. So he has 2 peons on wood. This is like typical orc IQ problems. We take 5 peons from our 7 on lumber, put them in the expo, and then we never make new peons. And then you get to 3,000 gold, 29 lumber. What do you think about that?
He's headed in that direction right now. Interestingly enough, RedPanda has the exact opposite problem. He's got nearly 2,000 wood, saving it for the next game.
I see.
Not a lot of gold, though.
Should be attacking or long distance mining with peons then.
Cool. Here we go, though. Big fight happening.
Fire breath on the heroes. Oops, accidental misclick on the walkers. He turned ethereal, which means they no longer deal damage, but at least they're safe.
So many items being used. That healing wave is so powerful, though.
Nice heal scroll by the Viper. He has a second heal scroll on the Shadow Hunter. He's disenchanting the Bloodlust. Nice job. Shockwave not hitting too much for RedPanda. His Farseer is also exposed. Panda comes in, does a Drunken Ace. Not enough mana for the combo. Uses Clarity. Instantly gets itself cancelled. Now he can Fire Breath.
It's a close battle.
Whoa.
For the Viper, though, as long as he holds, he will be happy.
And the Walkers are back from their
going to benefit him.
The Walkers are back from their vacation. Good use of items for the Panda.
No, he's running the wrong direction too. Oh shit. God. Well, GG. It's got to be it.
Interesting.
Very difficult to get back at this point, I would imagine.
He just wants the hero. GG. Wow. Okay, I have a question, Loco. How much does MMR matter? Because I value it a lot. Dandy thinks it's just a number.
I feel like... So the Viper obviously has a ton of tournament experience too, right? And I can imagine when he's laddering, obviously he's putting into focus, but it seems like he can do like 110% focus maybe on a tournament day. And he's playing very well. Like certainly much better than I would imagine at least his MMR indicates.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel the same. It's really interesting. He has prepared a special build with the double racks mass headhunters. He microed it well and he did the build well. I was kind of taking a sneak peek now and then at whether his macro would fail. You know, you play a new build last day before the tournament. You never showed it on ladder so that the replays can't get scouted. And suddenly you see someone do a new build and I look at his racks fully expecting 500 gold, no production. Not the case. He did it very well. And the micro, saving all those headhunters, it was impressive. He really is a piece of work.
So say hypothetically, right, it is Knopf, or Knopf is his name, that gave him that strategy. He must have given him a couple more, right?
Oh, maybe.
Anything you'd expect for game 2?
Ooh. Well, there's a lot of cheese in Orc Mirror, Loco. There's one cheese in Night of Mirror, and maybe you've seen it, Bottom Mass Hunts. I'm not even sure if it's cheese anymore in current patch.
Yeah, I have made one Priestess of the Moon by accident, and I think about 4 Huntresses when I didn't mean to, so I have very little experience with it myself, but I may have to figure it out before tomorrow.
I see. Yeah. Wait, are you facing... You are, right?
I think I'm playing Lakari, right?
I see. So one cheese in Night of Mirror. Orc probably has like 10 different cheeses. You've got this one. You can do it with towers, or you can transition like he did, which is honestly valid, even though I was critiquing it in game. Then you've got like a lot of tier 2 all-ins, either with mass headhunters or a super fast rush with a fast fire lord. There's so many builds. Orc Mirrors, I think, I may be biased, but this is part of the reason why I picked Orc. It's the funnest matchup in Mirror matchup. Having said that, what do you feel about Night of Mirror? Do you feel like it's fun, or you would rather have any of the other 3?
So I kind of feel like I've been doing mostly the same build in every matchup, pretty much regardless of what the opponent is playing. And until very recently, basically when I figured out that I was going to be playing an Undead in the first round, have I started specializing a little bit more, although I have been doing some more aggressive builds against human too, like when they try to go for fast expos, but not a lot of like race-specific, strategies, I guess, at this point, but yeah. I don't really mind Night of Mirror at this point. It seems pretty fun.
Okay, nice.
It's weird, though, when the bears are just hitting each other. And I guess I've been going for the Keeper of the Grove rather than the Naga, usually. But I'm not sure exactly what... I'll have to talk to Kevin about it, I guess, before tomorrow. As to what strat I should expect now, because I heard the matchup has changed a little.
Did you talk to Kevin in between your games against Turin?
Yeah, a little bit. He basically said I was 98% of the way to winning in every occasion, but I just barely didn't clutch it.
I think that's kind of right. I mean, it's easy to say if you just do these 2 to 3 things better that you may or may not know about. At least you didn't make blunders. You didn't lose via blunders. You lost because he did fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, we did some practice games against Undead before, right? And he was basically coaching me as I was playing. And I keep losing and losing and losing. And then he shows me one example game and he wins by like minute 3 just by, perfect wisp harassment and the critical hits.
Yeah.
And you just realize that you can get a lot of value out of the early game, but...
True.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks easy. And to be honest, if you're Kevin, it is easy. But it's built upon years of practice.
I feel like that's one of the things that's a little bit harder as a viewer in this game than it is in, for example, StarCraft 2. Like, appreciating the skill expression of the players, it requires more knowledge. Like, me failing makes me appreciate good Night Elf players more, if that makes sense. Whereas I think with a game like StarCraft, you can just look at the pretty pictures and watch the explosions, and it's a little bit more apparent, even if you've never played. But yeah, the fills are still useful in that regard.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Even when I went back to Warcraft 3, because I didn't play it for like 7 years after 2010. When I went back to it, I would look back at VODs of how we used to play, and I would think, wow, we were not good at all. Like after StarCraft 2, and I'm like doing 285 APM Blinkstalker micro. I thought, well, it wasn't that good at all. But then you start playing again, and you're like, oh yeah, these units need a little convincing.
They need a little bit of love.
Yeah.
It's the same way you watch like StarCraft 1 games. I don't know if you ever do, but if you just see like dragoons wandering around the map, it kind of looks like it's got, similar to like Warcraft 3 pathing or StarCraft 2 pathing. But when you actually play, you realize none of the units ever listen to you. That's what the pro gamers are really good at, like walking. It sounds like a basic skill, but it's not so obvious.
RedPanda's doing it too!
Double barracks from him now?
Yeah, he's doing the same build, the exact same build. I could see it the moment he stopped making peons, because he's staying at 15 population, and he's supposed to go to 17 if he's playing normal. And this time Viper is doing a proper build. He has planted his flag on Azeroth, if you will. I'm crazy. Yo soy loco. I could do anything. You gotta be afraid of me. But now RedPanda's doing the same thing. Because RedPanda's getting coaching from Franzis, which is a 2300 MMR orc player that has had number 1 in 4-on-4. Very scrappy player. He knows like 10 different cheeses as well. So now RedPanda is doing the Mass Headhunter, which means if they had both done it, which is something we might have later in the series, we're going to see 20 toothpick throwers against each other at tier 1.
So who will build the first tower on the other side of the map, I guess, in that case?
I feel like RedPanda will actually go all the way with this.
Yeah? You don't think he's going to tear up?
I don't know. It's hard to say. He's got a taste for it. There we go. Mass Headhunter production. And will Viper sniff it out? Question mark.
Yeah. Well, I guess since he just played it, at least it's fresh in his mind, right? He's going to be paying attention at the very least to the number of headhunters.
Probably. I mean...
So what is so he's going much faster Great Hall right now, or tier 2. Is that the normal approach to countering this?
No, he doesn't know.
Okay.
He doesn't know what's going on. He's just doing his normal build. Probably thinking of... I don't know what units he makes in Orc Mirror normally. Is it Headhunter Walker or Headhunter Shaman for Bloodlust? Headhunter Raider Kodo? Could be any of those. Whatever that is, he's probably thinking about it. The longer he doesn't see its double racks, the more he's just going to try and do that. Once you become aware. Okay, that looks like a lot of Headhunters. I have 2, you have 4. Viper should know, right? But that doesn't mean you can just start making towers at home and hold that way. I think the way you adapt is you get that Panda. You're tier 2, they're not. You get your Panda and you start the war of attrition. 1 breath, 2 breaths, 3 breaths. Now everything is half-life. And RedPanda, of course, is playing without Voodoo Lounge because all money must go to unit production.
Well, it's still a little while until tier 2 is done. So for now, he's going to have to hold on with what he's got. Microing it away for now, but one of them is very far forward. Nice body blocking right there by Panda.
Tries to save his own headhunter as well. It's going to give the little turnaround. This is okay, nice. Very well done.
Watching the dogs chase units is very funny to me.
Yes.
They're like, here, stop. Just stop running. It's okay. Ooh, that shop is looking very exposed now.
Yep. One of the ways that you counter these pushes is to have an encapsulated shop in the back. The shop is a big attack target. It's what gives you mass mana pot spam on Panda, which will allow you to eventually use your 5th or 6th Fire Breath to kill all the headhunters.
Ooh, he's getting some good movement over here, though. Gets, ooh, one more with the final Javelin.
Looks like the guy that makes more spear throwers has more spear throwers and then kills more.
More stuff is better than less stuff. This is StarCraft after all.
In this way, yes.
Oh, is it a risk to go this deep into the base? It feels dangerous to me.
Yeah, I think it's a waste. Oh, what did he get? A lot of sand? We got a hot crustacean band. He lost a headhunter going in, didn't kill anything. So every headhunter matters. It looks like Viper will come back in. Wants to kill it. Doesn't quite get it. Will walk away and heal himself up. Oh, tier 2. There we have our answer. He did not commit.
Okay. I like how if you're a low HP headhunter, you get to go on vacation for a little while. There's a bunch of guys that are standing around the map, waiting, waiting for a healing cell.
We'll see you in 3 minutes after a bit of natural regeneration.
All right, it is going to be TC though.
Shockwave, pretty good here. Nice shockwave. It's not quite a Panda. I think Panda gets 3 fire breaths. TC only gets 2 shockwaves. Damage is actually the same, which is why usually you go Panda when you need immediate AoE.
Yeah, I guess he's having a hard time getting the middle of the map here though, right? So maybe just easier?
Yeah, might be. Let's see, what's Viper getting? Viper is getting Troll Regen, Headhunter and Troll Regen, and Reinforced Defenses, so that at least base dives won't happen so much anymore. And he's getting Torrent Totem, which doesn't do that much. Torrent Totem creates Spirit Walkers that have 450 range, outranged by 100 by Headhunters, taking bonus damage from Headhunters. All it does is Spirit Link, which is granted very, very good, and has synergy with Regeneration Upgrade for Trolls, which Viper is getting as well. And he can disenchant wolves, which again is good. I don't hate it, but it's not like really a power unit in the situation.
So one thing that Viper did in the previous game is get those really quick upgrades going. Panda did not do that. Is it the norm to get the faster upgrades?
Because you're at tier 1 and you've got natural supply caps that you reach, like 30 pop, 40 pop. Those are usually times to fit in an upgrade, and it's a way to make your units more valuable than theirs while also being production gated sometimes. So yeah, I would say it's extremely common to get 1-1 on tier 1 while you're doing this double ranks mass headhunter.
Okay. Panda scouting to trying to figure out if there's another base somewhere. Not the case. Dude, this camp in the middle I found is amazing. Like these units are, if you can snipe the items here, these camps are so valuable on every map.
You know, this camp is very close to being red.
Is it?
It's level 9. It's level 19. And if it's level 20, it will be red. That's how good this camp is. That's why it also kicks a lot of people's ass. Because they think, oh, orange camp, let's take it.
Yeah. Now, the actual red camps on this map are insane, though.
Really? What do you know about that?
I may or may not have lost 3 bears to it once upon a time, but...
I was listening loco radio in the garden. Oh, anyways. I heard 3 bear death sound. I was like, oh, loco.
At least we've arrived at that point, you know? At least I now know that there's a difference between the red camp strength. Some of them are just insane. These ones may be the hardest ones on any map I've played. These are so powerful.
What do you think about Viper expanding against a extended tier 1 all-in?
Yeah, I don't think fundamentally it makes a lot of sense, but maybe if he's given enough time, I mean, I don't think Panda is gonna give him that much time though. He still doesn't have upgrades. Oh, he's getting them now. Okay, he's getting the +1.
Let's see what the item is. Not a very good item. Decent for the Tauren Chieftain that's coming out. Red Panda is going to tier 3 before the Viper, actually. Viper's getting armor upgrade, Walker, and Great Hall. I frown at that prioritization, but if he gets away with it, who's to argue with his methods?
Yeah. So Panda is actually turning around. Rather than going into the expansion there, or at least checking for it, he's checked the other base in the bottom not too long ago, and now he's not checking the more obvious location on this map.
Well, because who would do this?
Maybe get away with it.
Who would do this?
I guess the Viper is known for some greedy games, right?
I guess so.
I haven't watched a lot of AoE, but from what I've gathered, he likes getting the final, 1% improvements whenever possible.
He was the first AoE 4 Holy Roman Empire player that I saw actually opened with a second town center before actually making army. Every other Holy Roman Empire was doing fast tech to tier 3. So I thought, Holy Roman Empire can do this. And I think that's when I fell in love with his gameplay.
Very greedy. And you know what? The expansion's done. Now, is he gonna make new peons for wood, though? That's the question.
He could send like 3 and remake 1. Then he keeps a nice 3 amount at home, which is 50% more than 2.
There you go.
It checks out.
A lot of math.
Red Panda,
he's actually making them out of the expansion.
Red Panda is waiting to receive an all-in that's never coming. He's completely AFK, not farming creeps. Excellent position for a fight, but misreading the situation. Viper has been kind of slow creeping. He's only level 3, 2.9. And his expansion, he's only now getting saturated. He's also staying at 50, which is, again, greedy.
Yeah, he hasn't seen this. Oh, he's gonna check for it now, I guess.
Okay, Viper needs to pump. He is pumping. 1 Walker, 1 Headhunter in production. We've got the upgrade finishing for Red Panda. He's got 2 attack upgrades ready, plus 100 health. Now bonus attack speed. I think this looks real good for Red Panda, Loco.
Yeah, he was ready for an all-in, so he was making non-stop units. Well, it turns out you can use them offensively, too. He just has the numbers at this point, right? The heroes, though, are still incredibly powerful. Viper going in. He's got a heal scroll.
Viper late on the heal scroll. He lost 2 walkers. About to lose 3 walkers without heal scroll. He's not using... There it is. Finally the heal scroll on the backline for the Viper. Shockwave missing most of the units. There's a heal scroll from Red Panda. It's insane.
Yep. Trying to chase all of this down, but I think he's just got a little bit too much stuff. Reinforcements are going to be slightly closer by.
Very well done for Red Panda here. Tier 1 straight to tier 3. It's like he skipped tier 2. It doesn't even exist.
Oh. Had an info pot on it.
Another
these fights
speed
are
scroll.
so scrappy. Okay, he decides to just step out. GG.
GG. Wow. So, the guy that made double racks, tier 1, won twice. First the Viper, now Red Panda for the equalizer, 1-1. Any predictions for the next game?
So I'm assuming we go double Rex versus double Rex next game, and then the game after that we go triple Rex versus double Rex. Because more headhunters equals more better. That's how it goes.
Never go full StarCraft. Actually, they could. Just tier 1 expand first with no units, like 15 hatch, and then you go 3 Rex headhunters.
Oh man, I've started to get the hang of some of the Night Elf fights where I look at the fights and I can actually kind of see the flow of battle. Because when I first started playing this game, I was like, okay, I have no idea what's going on in the engagements because it's so difficult to read. And I'm getting some of that again in this matchup. Like I'm trying to figure out whose headhunters are whose and whose hero is where and where are all the units located. I think after maybe after watching this series, I'm gonna be able to see the flow of the battle a little bit more. But it's
nice,
pretty tricky to read.
Today, your Naga TP timings were really good when it got focused. In a lot of your recent practice games, even as recently as yesterday, 2 days or 3 days ago, Naga would be like a weak spot. Like you wouldn't see her in the fight in the same way when she's getting targeted. But today you were on point with it.
Yeah, thanks. One thing I'm really good at is using my Staff of Preservation and then using the invul on the Demon Hunter and then losing the Demon Hunter as soon as the invul runs out because my Staff of Preservation is on cooldown. That's something I gotta work on, but
that is, to be fair, tough.
I'm starting to be slightly better at it.
That is tough, to be fair. Zarkor in chat says, I don't understand a thing at all. Holy. Who are you here for? Who are you supporting? I'm assuming you're new to Warcraft 3 and supporting one of your streamers newlywed to Warcraft 3. I support Loco, says Angelo.
Ooh, nice. That's what we need to hear. So in most of the games I've played against Orc, they either go for like this type of army or they go for like Blade Master with grunts. Is that a thing at all in Orc versus Orc?
Yeah, it definitely is. You know, the idea usually is if everything is ranged, the enemy cannot get easy hits without getting hit by everything. If part is ranged, part is melee, the enemy can focus your melee before your range gets in range of their range. So there is a certain power in having only grunts, so you can do surrounds, and you either go in or go out. You never half-ass it. Or have only ranged. So Farseer Headhunter is like a natural pairing, and Blade Grunts is a natural pairing as well for the same, like for that concept. It's kind of weird.
I'm guessing we're not going to see it from RedPanda, though. He seemed very adamant on not liking Blade Master.
No, I checked his stats. Let me see. His stats in Orc Mirror. He uses Blade Master 3% of the time. Farseer 94%. So
he made it once by accident. That's what happened.
Apparently at the beginning of his journey. 1-1. The Viper against RedPanda. Game number 3. Concealed Hill. This is the Viper's map pick. Here we go. Oh, did RedPanda steal his color? That's dirty. Oh my god. He took yellow from the Viper. Everybody knows Viper is yellow. You know, I used to do that.
You used to do it. You're trying to go for every tiny advantage.
Yeah. Mi scusi.
Grubby used to reach over and unplug their mouse too.
No.
He could reach.
Only fair advantages. But there were no rules about player color. It was like one is blue, one is yellow. So if you get in the lobby early and you know he likes yellow, you take yellow. Psychological warfare.
Yeah. I kind of like it. I guess if you get first, you can... if you get into the lobby first, you can choose it, right?
Yep. And let's say if players cared enough, then tournament organizers would first need to take it seriously that somehow it matters, which they may not. Because, you know, not everyone is so sweaty trying to get psychological advantage and willing to wage that psychological war as well. By the way, Viper, really late with Burrow. Unforced error. First, they would need to take it seriously, and then they would need to make rules around that as well. Wait, he's not making any peons anymore. He's forgot the peon as well.
See, this yellow situation is already throwing him off. Late Burrow, late peons.
I think so.
It must be the yellow. Panda's going to be so happy if he gets to look at this replay.
20 seconds later on the Farseer. Late on the peons.
There we go, second barracks.
He doesn't have lumber for it yet. And he changed his mind and queued up on extra. Viper was going to do it, but changed his mind. So he thinks he can hold this if he makes different follow-up decisions.
Or is he going to make it late? No, he's going to make it late. Okay, so you predicted it perfectly. It's double barracks headhunter for both players.
Oh, so Viper has way too many peons, actually, to do this. Like, he did it cleaner the first time. It's like he's devolving in the build order. You don't need this much lumber.
Maybe it's because he, like, tripped himself up for a little bit with the burrow timing, and now everything is kind of falling apart a bit. But he should probably be able to concentrate in the game.
He only has one peon too many.
They'll slow him down a bit, though.
Yeah. He only has one peon too many, so it's not that big of a deal.
So with the flow of these fights, I would imagine, if I'm guessing here, that it's better to be the defender, right? Just because you get your reinforcements, like the defender's advantage, you're going to get him into the battle a little bit quicker.
I like being
the
attacker.
So maybe being slightly slower means you're going to be the defender regardless?
I think headhunters are a vulnerability. Once they get hit by wolves, they're hurt, and they'll stay hurt for a long time. So I think it's good being the attacker, because you're not idling workers trying to put peons in burrows. Essentially, there's this weird thing where because you've got more attack targets, you can fire in any direction and hit your opponent. Like, we're surrounded, sir. Good. Then fire in any direction. So normally, if you have Wolf, Headhunter, Farseer, you can hit each other, but if the other runs, the playtime is over. But now, if the other runs, you can attack Burrow, Peons. They may idle their workers. So I like it.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I guess hitting level 3 is massive, right? When you're playing this type of style.
Yes, but it's uncommon to creep a lot when you're playing this style. Especially as they learn the cheese. Actually, this cheese is perhaps even stronger if you completely disregard your opponent and you don't harass. So you don't make them on their guard. You creep to level 3. You let him come to you. By the time they come to you, you're level 1.5. Every time they leave for a bit, you creep another bit. Once you get level 2 wolves, a lot more tanky to defend against Headhunter shots.
So in this matchup now, do you play tier 2 chicken at all? Where like you may have to cut Headhunter production just to go into tier 2 quicker? Oh yeah, there we go. So he actually stopped producing here just to get... Okay.
Yeah, great question. I think if you're against 1 Rax, the best response is to bring peons at 50 pop, 40 to 50 pop, and tower. If you're against 2 Racks, I don't think you have enough headway to actually finish it, because they have as many as you. And then what RedPanda is doing is actually better, because you will get your regen, you will get your second hero. You're skimping, you're cheating on Headhunter production. The other guy is like, but I thought we're both doing this thing. So I thought you were honest and would keep making Headhunters. We're number checking each other. But sure enough, both of them are teching to tier 2. So I don't know if they were taught or they intuited this during this moment, but I think they're making good decisions.
Yeah, RedPanda a little quicker on everything though.
Right.
But if he decides to go across the map, I guess he will lose a lot of that time advantage. So he's going to scout with 1 wolf and start some creeping. And we see the same thing as well from the Viper, but he's decided to go for the Braver camp. This camp is a tricky one.
This camp is better to take. Army size of over 35 should 100% be taking big orange, not small orange. Wait, he killed the tome. Viper killed the tome.
Oh, you can do that?
Yep, items have 75 health.
Well, you didn't kill that one.
It's a good item, very good item. Greater mana potion. RedPanda picks up a ring of protection. Not very good. Now, RedPanda was coached by Francis, the German semi-pro. And Francis has a build where he gets second hero, Naga Sea Witch. And with RedPanda being aggressive and this map having a uniquely suited, aggressively positioned Tavern, once this burrow and this tier 2 is done for RedPanda, I think he's going to pick up a Tavern hero. Now, Naga, something you would pick up against Blade and 4 Grunts. In this matchup, it's going to be either Pitlord with Howl, or it's going to be Panda with Fire Breath. Would be optimal. Or even Drunken Haze opening. Very good. Sorry, Austrian, not German. Yes. German speaking.
Voodoo launch gets targeted down, immediately restarts it.
Viper soon has 1-1
So he does
upgrades.
have tier 2 now, right?
Yeah.
Needs to get it.
Doesn't have burrow yet, has to wait a little bit more, has the money, is clearly waiting for it. Viper has 1-1 upgrades, but no shop. It's going to be hard for him to hold here.
Oh, wow. That's actually so unfortunate, though, because... Oh, there it is. Fire Lord!
Yeah, not good decision.
Okay.
Many other heroes do a lot more here. I think almost every other hero is better here. It's not terrible, like it still adds a lot of power. It's not right against this many Headhunters. Because Lava Spawn is short range, it will die easily. Nonetheless, I think he's in a good position because he's healthier.
Thorn Chieftain once again coming up, but it's only like a quarter of the way done. So he's going to have to hold on a while longer.
There's the level
3 right now, though, on the Farseer there.
Okay, is he going to use the Mana Pot? Maybe level 2 Wolves, Mana Pot, Chain Lightning. There's a lot of options for Viper. He also has no peons in his burrow right now. There's the Mana Potion. Chain Lightning, level 1 it was. Where are his Wolves? Level 2.
Maybe he's not picked it yet. Maybe he leveled after using the ability.
Yeah, you're... no, he did pick
I've
it.
done a lot.
He did pick it. Oh, he's going to get taken down. RedPanda with the Chain Lightning on the Farseer. Viper had Town Portal, but he gets taken out. TC comes in here. with War Stomp.
Decides to go for the Stomp this time around, rather than the Wave.
Okay.
Oh, gets a lot of low HP units, though.
Not bad, actually.
Restarts the hero production as well. Side of the altar, but that's going to be another minute or so.
Can you tell from looking that the Headhunters have 1-1 for Viper, that they're stronger?
No.
It's really hard to see that effect.
Yeah, I did not notice that. Oh, he actually does get rid of them, though. So the 1-1 here is big, right? We saw that in the previous game, too. Or in the previous games, I guess, where the Viper got the upgrades early. Panda did not get them early. Is he paying the price of that right now because of it? Like, is that the main thing that is helping him out here?
I think it helped a bit. I mean, as always, it always comes down to micro as well. But the 1-1 definitely helped. Viper's getting level 3 helped him as well. The mana pot he had did a little bit of extra. But Viper was in a pretty prime position to hold off if he just spammed wolves every 30 seconds and didn't overcommit. Because RedPanda would be loath to actually go in and commit on trying to kill burrows, as it would leave him out of position. So patience is often the key in a moment like that.
Now going for that big camp as well, Panda that is, on the left side of the map.
Also greater mana pot.
Oh, something got denied there. What happened there?
Nope. Nothing got denied. Oh, I know,
maybe
I know
it was
what you mean.
I saw the exclamation mark, but I guess it was the wolf.
No, yeah, it's an over-eager expression of denial mechanics. When there's a gray exclamation mark, it means the creep killed this one. Because it's nice sometimes when players are fighting near a camp that you know, okay, it's the creep that got that kill. Here it didn't matter because it couldn't possibly have been killed by anything else. But yeah, that's what you saw.
Oh. Overseer got one too. Yep, it's the same thing. But I think it was the wolf for Panda, right? It was not the... Yeah, not a headhunter going down.
Viper has some heal solves.
Here we go again.
Very important for TC to stay out of fight for the full 45 seconds of this heal solve. He has Ring of Protection +5, reinforced defenses. There's no need to commit early. He's gonna go in and get the solve cancelled. Not quite yet though. Ooh, he got away with it. Now he's kind of healthier. He has a big War Stomp level 2. Big split by RedPanda. Holy crap.
Yeah, he's in the wrong position right now. Gets both of the heroes. He's going to try and see if he can maybe target fire down the Farseer. A little risky. Speed scroll being used, though, to try and keep all of this going.
Hero focus.
Another big stomp.
Big hero focus by the Viper. He even uses cloak.
Oh,
he kills
cloak.
the Fire Lord. Very nice cloak. Oh my god.
Cheeky one.
In that moment...
Rondo, you don't want to be fighting here. No, okay, go back home.
New set of wolves is big here. They do a lot of damage to headhunters.
Tier 3, by the way, finishing up for both players soon. Oh, and we're gonna go into the instant respawn there from the Tavern, but he's got no mana on it at all.
Yeah, instant respawn is best for Undead on Lich because they need it for DPS. It's also great on Night Elf for Demon because they can staff and get mana from Moonwell, cutting down the time where you don't have Demon, that big tank damage dealer mana burner guy you want. But for Orc, if you Tavern revive, you then need to wait for it to actually be useful because you need 1 heal self, 1 clarity. So Tavern revive cost is double from Altar, but instant. So you save 66 seconds on a level 2 Tavern revive. You then start healing it with clarity heal self. That needs 45 seconds. So how much are you really saving until he's back to the fighting form he would have been if you hired him from Altar? Very expensive. You're saving maybe 20-30 seconds and you're overspending 240 gold for it. No more because of the clarity. You're spending like 350 bonus gold to get him 20 seconds faster in the same form. So big investment. But he wants to finish it right here.
Yeah, it's a risky play though. He's still on just 0-0. The Viper is on slightly smaller amount of supply here, but he does have upgrades.
1-1 against 0-0, yeah. RedPanda comes in from the side.
Farseer's
Viper runs away, gets his own Berserker upgrade, level 3. This is the Orc equivalent of Pala Rifle. TC Headhunter.
It hits a little bit later though.
A little bit later, yeah. The 12-minute timing instead of the 7 minutes. War Stomp is big here. Look at this War Stomp, it's huge.
Stop it. Ooh. Everybody's sleeping on the job for a couple seconds. Farseer is going to be able to get, I guess, level 2 Chain Lightning.
I can't believe Viper's coming back into this.
Yeah, lovely micro by him.
He still has cloak.
His upgrades seem to be really good though. Oh.
He remembers the cloak again, and he's not controlling it.
Gets a level up here as well, the Tauren Chieftain. Stop. Is it? No, you need to run.
Oh my god, Solburn does damage over time. GG, well played. Never say well played mid-series. Never. That's my philosophy.
That's another rule.
It's another rule.
Steal the other color. Never say well played.
Never say GG well played mid-series. It looks like you already congratulated someone on the win. It shows mental defeat. It empowers the enemy. I think it's because he's thinking in that moment, the fiber of his being thinks it's a best of 3. And he just lost 1-2. But there's another map, or 2. Never say GG well played Grubby 2025. No. Mid-series. Overthinking it? Yeah, I do overthink a lot. Am I overthinking it? Logo.
I think you are a little bit, yeah.
I overthink a lot.
I mean, this was cool, though. Like, they basically both did the same thing. And Viper actually had a poor start to the game, right? Like, he put himself like a half minute behind or whatever it was. And
true, I forgot that.
I kind of figured if you're both playing the same thing at that point, you are going to have a very hard time. Especially after the opponent just practiced it in the previous game, too. And a little bit against it in the game before that. So, nice comeback right there for the Viper.
Yeah, 20 seconds down. Messing around, make peon, cancel peon, make peon, cancel peon. Do I get a second rax? Yes, no. All that.
Late burrow.
Then he lost his Farseer level 3. And then that War Stomp decision. I like that War Stomp much more than what Shockwave would have done in that situation. Because it allowed him to threaten the Farseer and then the Fire Lord. Hero focus fire. He did that. And that's how he got back into it.
Yep, and some quicker upgrades too. Those upgrades were really nice.
Yeah, true. You know the value of an upgrade in Warcraft 3?
I'm not sure, but I just know everything deals way more damage. It's different than StarCraft because if it's just +1, I guess it's not worth it, but
wait, in
it
StarCraft,
does seem to be powerful.
If a Ultralisk gets +1 attack upgrade, is it like 25 +1?
I don't know specifically about Ultras because they deal like splash damage, and some units do get more, but generally it's just like +1.
Right.
And some units like attack, say like a Phoenix, for example, it attacks from both sides. Like, you know, it has like a missile from each of the wings. So it technically gets +1 for each of those shots.
Yeah, and armor blocks 1 for each of them, which makes armor better against Phoenix and stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's 12% here. 12% damage, 12% survivability. So 8 headhunters.
That's huge, though.
That's big, right?
Yeah.
And the first
How many
upgrade
headhunters
is
were there for both players in that game? Like 50?
15
total?
at any time.
Yeah.
So 15 is worth. Instead, it's worth 18. Quick maths.
Yeah, so throughout the game, he may have actually saved himself or gained himself, I guess, like maybe 5 to 10 or so, right? Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and plus, you know, Warcraft 3 has the upkeep system. And you've got natural supply blocks sometimes. So you can get those upgrades without really losing out a lot. RedPanda stole yellow again. I mean, I'm making up a story here. Is he really stealing it? Or am I making this up?
You know, when I first started playing, I thought the upkeep system was kind of stupid. You know, I was like, okay, this... why is this a thing? I don't want to be paying taxes in the game. But the more I play, I like it. It creates like some... You know, it creates action, right? It creates like a pressure point. You actually need to do something. Yeah, I didn't really like it all too much initially, but it's growing on me.
I'm going to respond to that. First, I'm going to say, oh, chat is saying Viper's yellow on his own screen. So this is manufactured drama. Only I am seeing it differently. Got it.
Oh.
Thanks, chat. Okay. Wow, RedPanda is such a douchebag. I can't imagine he would steal the color. I see. And now I'm going to respond to what you said. I love hearing those words. That you have come to appreciate that. Yeah, I'm so touched. He's fallen in love with the upkeep system, same as me.
You know, another thing I'm starting to appreciate more? The derpiness of units. I really didn't like the pathing very much initially. I get very frustrated when I play StarCraft 1, because, you know, you send a Dragoon or like a Goliath to the other side of the map and it somehow appears on the exact opposite end, and you're like, how did you go all the way that way? It doesn't make any sense. But I feel like this game has the right amount of derpiness, right? There's like a little bit of derpiness for the unit pathing, but not too much.
I couldn't agree more. All right, before I'm gonna cry, I'm
Double barracks.
gonna explain what's going on. Viper double barracks, he likes it. He's leading with the 2-1. RedPanda went for a variation here. Instead of going for 10 war mills and then 15 racks, he went for a 16 war mill, 17 racks. Or maybe it was 15, 16. Slightly delayed. And let's say 20 seconds later, which means one of his peons had one more lumber return trip, which means he's teching at 2 minute 20 instead of what could have been a 2 minute 35. Faster second hero. There's the burrow. Now he can start a headhunter. So he's also choosing to avoid a direct confrontation. Now this is interesting because Viper now gets a burrow cancel as he never met RedPanda, and unlike RedPanda's base, Viper does have a second burrow on time, so he's going to be able to repair it with 10% left.
He's going to be able to keep this around? Just barely, I guess. Yep, there we go. Ooh. Big gain right there for the Viper.
First peon in burrows has double the attack rate that any other peon will add to it. So you always want to have one per burrow minimum. Viper has 2-3 split. He is getting idled on the income. But he's also using a peon to auto-attack the Farseer.
Yeah, I was just giggling at that guy. There's a dude with a hammer just hitting away, or it's like a pickaxe or whatever, hitting away at a guy on a wolf.
I can do
Very
that.
brave. He's braver than I would be if I was a peon.
I mean, if you had a pickaxe, who knows? It's okay, not a disaster
Not a bad start, though.
for RedPanda. Idling those workers means Viper has less production. His tech is fast, it's 60%. Viper's unit count has been throttled. And RedPanda has avoided some of that early skerfuffle where typically the guy with more spear throwers gets out ahead.
So he's gonna get a faster hero then, right?
Yes.
So we've seen a bunch of different level 2 heroes, right? So you're saying most likely Panda is then the best, if I'm gathering it correctly, or I guess
think
there's a lot of decent options.
I think it's correct, but I think what we'll see is a Firelord or a TC. It's hard to predict.
Both players taking a bunch of damage from the Farseer. Have to be playing this carefully.
Viper sending one
Funny
headhunter
how
home
slow the leveling is.
who lied about being hurt. He's like, yeah, I can't fight anymore, but it's actually full life.
Look at my HP bar, man. It's like, it's barely even there.
Took like one hit and ran.
Oh, he got body blocked by his own peon. That was inside of the burrow, I think. I'm not sure what happened there.
Oh,
One of them was trying to back up. Yeah, that guy's just chilling.
TC. TC always a solid choice. RedPanda didn't lose that much. He's okay. He lost like what, one? I think he lost one headhunter.
That's painful though, not having that one headhunter in the mix, because he's on the clock.
Yeah, that is true. But it's not quite a... This cannot work as an all-in anymore, because Viper has too much damage and no shop. So this is always going to be a value attack. And in fact, we see that Viper is already going to tier 2. So they're just opening with high unit count and then playing more normal. Unaware or unsure how to, that you can go with a cheese all-in. This time, RedPanda is sending his wolf after the little headhunters. True for both of them. Viper hits level 2 first. Instantly farts out a chain lightning. Don't love that at all. Usually you save that mana until you can confirm a kill with it. You're not just value damaging. A little bit of wolf block.
Okay. Ooh, nice movement here by Panda though. Yeah, he's maybe able to force a TP at his rate.
Not quite. If he kept up the block, yes. Oh,
Yeah.
Viper decides to TP after all. Now this could be a momentum-based TP. Not like I need it right now, but I want to heal up everything I have right now so I can get back on the map. If that's a choice, good for him making a choice. I don't agree with it. I think he was actually just afraid he was going to die.
Yeah, you never... Yeah, I guess he doesn't know exactly when the level 2 might hit, right? On the Farseer.
Maybe.
He found, by the way, the headhunter that was AFK.
Yes. Slacker. Tier 2, 80% for the Viper. He'll probably get a Tauren Chieftain. RedPanda is on the way to Tier 3. Has a very lean unit count. Finally has the use of his shop. Let's take a look at upgrades as well. Viper is getting his first attack upgrade. RedPanda prioritizes it more lowly.
Slippers and ring versus a bunch of, well, just a ring of protection for now, and then another ring of protection.
Very good on
That's the
turn
ring that
shifting.
got nerfed, right?
Yes. Used to be +2 ring.
Oh, he attacked it.
He did attack it again.
Saved it.
Wow.
Yeah, he attacked it for a second.
This used to be a ring +2, and it was on equal footing with Circlet on this kind of camp. Circlet was way more highly desired. Everyone wanted Circlet, then Claw, then Glove, then Ring. At +2, it wasn't that impressive. Then it got buffed in 2018 to +3, then later on, maybe 2020, to +4. And it's been really strong ever since. So 2 days ago, went back to +3, and I think this is the sweet spot. They also removed Circlet from that drop table, which is now 1 drop table higher. Circlet has the amount of attribute points that is equal to 1 level up, so it is quite a potent item.
As in like +2 for every...
Yeah, heroes gain 6 stats per level.
Okay.
Troll regen finishing for Viper, his hero, is coming out. He has a heal scroll, double ring on Farseer, but no Pound Turtle. 1 attack upgrade, a slightly bigger army, but he has to contend with Shockwave.
Yeah, Panda, by the way, is now almost at tier 3, which is way before his opponents, because the Viper hasn't started it up yet. The Viper does have a lead, though, as far as the unit numbers go here, but I'm assuming it's for the Berserking upgrade, right?
Yes, and he's preparing Bloodlust. He's about 3 minutes away from having a Shaman with Bloodlust, which can cast Bloodlust on several people. I think this upgrade takes 60, the next is 90, so that's 2.5 minutes, and then he needs a Shaman. It's a big investment and a large tech route to get to that, but Bloodlust is a powerful and scary upgrade. Have you faced a lot of Bloodlust in your games, Loco?
No, not really.
So,
Not a whole lot yet, but I know the strength from World of Warcraft, you know, it's so it's hard to do a raid without Bloodlust.
Would you ever join, well actually, let's take a look at the fight first. We've got Viper's TC here, not with the Rings of Protection. Those are still on his Farseer. He is leading this army. Very similar army, both at around 40 pop. Upgrades, very similar as well. Did Viper just finish 2-0? No, he cancelled 2-0.
Invoke bot being used. Should RedPanda really be fighting, though? I guess he's winning the engagement here, so it's okay for him, but... Ooh, he's even going to chase it down. Okay, maybe he can even get a TC. He does get it.
There's some
Nicely
of that
done.
charming, rusty movement for Warcraft 3 units. High-level
I don't
players...
think the Viper likes it very much.
Not in that moment, but high-level players, they can see it happening before it happens, and then they'll part the sea by splitting the headhunters either side to allow the TC to get away. But if you just try to click away, that is bound to happen. Luckily, TC was only level 1, which means it cost 170 gold and 33 seconds to get him back. Not that bad at all. Viper's still ahead in population count, and the TC is already back, whereas RedPanda's TC is at home, going on a shopping spree. So, as the Viper here, would you want to chase, or would you want to farm? What do you think?
Well, I think it's difficult for him to know exactly what's going on the other side of the map, right? But I'm guessing the Berserker upgrade was already supposed to be done? It seems very late after getting to tier 3 first, but...
It's finished.
Yeah, it's finished now. I guess RedPanda is just going to continuously attack. He's... Okay, no. Viper is thinking about creeping right now, but it could be very dangerous.
Ooh.
Oh, if he triggers this camp, this is a scary turtle.
All the rings are still in
This
the
turtle
Farseer.
gives me nightmares, Grubby. It's not my favorite.
The creep jack. This is very painful. No speed scroll either. Farseer could get surrounded as well. This is surrounded by RedPanda. Oh, not quite.
Trying to get it. Farseer does run around, but now the TC is straight in the middle, and ooh, okay, he could have probably had it if he decided to target it. Decided not to.
Quite a slugfest. Viper's hero did reach level 3 first. He has those level 2 wolves, but now RedPanda has his set of wolves as well. Viper gets level 4. Finally gets his own Berserker upgrade, but he's down to 26 pop. Doesn't have a lot left. Looks like
I think that's just around Grubby.
TC is getting focused. I don't even think it's worth getting the TC while losing 3-4 Zerkers. But either way, he has it. Viper doesn't have a lot of units left. He's gonna fall back. Still finishing his second attack upgrade for Berserker's Viper. He has no more units.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while though before that TC is back. The Viper decides to tap out because he knows it's gonna be very difficult to finish that.
GG.
Good series.
Very good. We're gonna go to the rubber match. Okay. Last map is gonna be Hammerfall. Do you have something like a favorite map yet?
I quite like Hammerfall. There's a few where I feel like I have a pretty solid creep route. So, you know, if I know specifically, okay, I need this, and then I need that, and then I can go across the map. Those are the maps that I like. I think Hammerfall is, maybe top 3.
I like it too. It's a neat map. Nice and clean. Good decor. Oh, something I've been meaning to ask you, Loco. Which game has better GG frequency in the multiplayer community? SC2 or Warcraft 3?
I feel like it's pretty rare across the board on the latter.
Really? I thought StarCraft 2 players were like Koreaboos, looking to emulate some GG manners, Kespa style, or it has that kind of phased out.
Oh, no. No. Okay, I thought you were trying to say that the Warcraft 3 community is more mannered with saying GG. There's very little GG on the StarCraft 2 ladder, yeah.
Wow. So it's on both.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen it in a while in this game either, but...
Yeah. It used to be more. I think back in the days, you know, people said GOHF GG. Now people just rage queue, they spam queue, get into game. And to be honest, it is kind of an interesting ritual that is definitely not necessary.
I will always type GG. I don't think I've missed a GG since like 2011. It's it's been a long while.
Nice.
GG easy. Wait, no.
These days, all GGs are left in AoE too. Ah, really? Oh yeah, and Warcraft 3 has disabled chat by default now. Did you struggle with that at all, or did you turn it on pretty soon?
Oh, I went into the settings the first time around. I actually forgot about that. Wait, so by default, the chat is turned off?
Yeah, like Hearthstone, can't chat with your opponent.
That's a strange. Like, why does StarCraft not have that, and then this game does?
Because Warcraft 3 has had a more recent patch.
Wait, this is actually like since Wednesday? No way.
No. Since November 19th.
Oh, okay. So actually recent.
Yeah, actually. Looks like they're both in the coach corner potentially.
Yeah. Neither of them is ready, at least. They're in the lobby, but...
No rush. Not ironic either. I'm not being sarcastic with them.
So we haven't seen anybody make towers on the other side of the map. That is what you said, right? With the double barracks push, like you can build some towers on the other side?
You got to build up a comfortable lead, though. Your Farseer still needs to be full life, have some mana, and you can't have like 6 headhunters bleeding from every orifice.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of like have dominance. You killed more, you're not very low, then you seal the deal. So I kind of agree with them not going for that. Because the towers takes 3 minutes to finish. Sorry, 1 minute. It takes 1 minute to finish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so you're fighting against each other. You need to make sure that you keep your lead for a minute.
Yeah, and I guess it's just comfortable to hit the tech up button, right? When you're you select your main structure, like, you know what, let's just do that instead.
A lot of people do that, actually. Like, one of my greatest frustrations, as I've been coaching you 16 precious little newbies, is that when people slip on their macro, they go tier 3 for no reason at all. Of course, it's different for you. It's like designed for Night Elf to go tier 3. Undead as well. But a lot of orcs and humans, when really they should just play on tier 2, they're like, 600 gold, I don't know what I should do. Let's go tier 3. And they get to tier 3 and they don't use it for like 3 minutes. Like, grrr!
Dude, as a Night Elf, I'm not even sure there's units on tier 2.
True, actually.
I just want to get to tier 3 as soon as possible. I guess you can make some Dryads, but they feel like a stepping stone.
You know, yeah, I mean, in this meta, people are playing more and more piercing units, more than back in the day. So you see spam Headhunter, you see spam Fiends, spam Rifleman. There's no point for Night Elf to stay tier 2. You could maybe do Mountain Giants or the new Huntress with heavy armor, but otherwise you need those bears. They give you so much. Because as much as I joke often that Night Elf has quote-unquote free healing in Moonwells, those don't always last forever, do they? You need that Rejuvenate to tie together the loose ends.
Yeah. Yeah, that upgrade is insane. I didn't realize that was an upgrade until you pointed it out, I think, during like the second coaching session we did.
Well, you're
Maybe
talking about
first.
Wellspring now, right?
But, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just pointing out how Rejuve is needed. Rejuvenation on bears.
Oh,
To
yeah,
tie
yeah,
things
okay.
together. But yeah, definitely agree on Wellspring. Ooh, Viper
Wellspring
going
is
for the
amazing.
double racks again. What about RedPanda? Looks like he... Wait, does this mean that RedPanda thinks he can outplay with Tech 2? Like tier 2? Or does he think he's getting out microed, that's why he'd rather not? What does it mean? That he's not matching the same build.
Yeah. So I'm guessing this is faster tier 2 for him again?
Yeah, I think he feels he can make better decisions over the long run. Maybe he also felt Viper's micro was quite good. So he's circumventing the Headhunter spam wars. They meet each other. Will they pass? Like two ships in the night?
Nope, not this time. We're having a little bit of a wolf-on-wolf fight. Okay. A little bit of XP for the both. How kind.
This is funny. Like when you practice with one guy a lot, like some practice partner in RTS, and you keep like doing the same thing, so you go even. And then you go back to ladder, and you realize that whatever you did isn't working at all. But you copied each other, and you've created.
You've made each other dumber.
Yeah, you've done like an inner meta where you're copying habits where like, yeah, you go and meet and you hit each other's wolves. But in reality, you should be dodging the wolves, hit the enemy Farseer, and it's way more annoying.
Yeah, I guess he got a tiny bit of XP for it, but...
Yeah. I mean, they both let their wolf die. Yeah, you shouldn't let them die. Just send them away or deny, but sometimes people make mistakes. All good.
I feel like my understanding of the Orc mirror matchup is now better than my Night Elf mirror matchup. Even though I've played 0 games of Orc versus Orc.
All right.
But maybe it's just this, maybe this sample size of games is... Maybe it's not 100% representative of what Orc v Orc normally looks like, but this seems like what we have every game now.
I think they happen to be very similar players that like to express their micro and aggression. Because some people, when you go on the ladder, they'll play the Blade Master and they open with farming and stuff, and then they'll complain about Farseer Rush because it takes them away from what they want to be doing.
You got a mantle. I'm assuming that's pretty nice on the Farseer.
Yes, best in slot for him. +3 damage, mana regen, bonus mana. Very good.
Exactly what you want.
Red
More
Panda
wolves
from this
equals more
camp.
better.
Yes. Red Panda would want Ring of Superiority if that drops from here. Claws, also very nice.
Oh. I thought we were going to resummon, but no. We'll kill you instead.
Viper could take this camp, but I'm not sure he's aware of it. He might aim a little bit more unambitious. Go for the smaller. Might be afraid of a creep jack. He doesn't know what we know. Red Panda rushing out Regeneration and Torrent Chieftain. Viper has gone for tier 2. It's much later, but he has more units. So he pretty much always has the map control. Which is why it would be nice to see him exert it by taking enemy camps rather than pulling back and taking this. Having said that, what if Viper goes for an early expansion again, but this time does it not from a position of weakness like he did on Autumn Leaves, but from a position of actually having a higher level Farseer and more Headhunters? Could be interesting. Ooh, sick item.
What did you get? Sorry, I missed it.
Pendant of Energy, plus
Pendant of
100
Energy.
mana.
Is that mostly useful just later on for more of the Chain Lightning?
It's yeah. I mean, it's even more sustained wolves. Also, you can give pendant to Tauren Chieftain, use clarity on Farseer, then give the pendant back to the Farseer, so that that clarity that normally gives 100 actually gave 130.
It's like the Moonwell juice.
Yep.
So he is clearing out his expansion at the very least. RedPanda it is.
Yeah, getting an early lead on Tauren Chieftain XP as well. RedPanda is probably building a lodge now, if history is any guide to go by. He's got his tier 3 coming. There's the lodge for Bloodlust. Adding a bit of nuance. Viper also tier 3, so his tier 3 is actually not that far behind. He even prioritized it over the Tauren Chieftain. Is he like solo Farseering on purpose? It's actually kind of cool. You could get level 5 FS.
Sounds like a Viper thing. Neither player, by the way, brave enough to take the middle camp so far.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the most valuable camps on the map. The laboratory, number 1 and 2. Then you've got the 2 red camps.
Oh, you think they're more valuable than the red camps?
Because you can't take red yet.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah. But like, even sometimes, for the early game, it might actually be better. Because you get Scroll of the Beast, which will do more than like Claws plus 12 or something. Yo, thank you for the 10 gifted, Ludwig Hain. Much appreciated.
No idea where the opponent is located, but just gonna try and risk it.
Oh my god.
It's a ward in the middle.
Looks like Farseer is actually being played solo by Viper on purpose. I don't see a second hero. He's level 4, Chain Lightning level 2. Item, 1 of Mana Steel for RedPanda. Like you said, he started on that mid camp.
Yeah, so if he can actually drain the mana, though, out of the Farseer, the Viper's in a world of trouble.
That's true. Yeah, stealing mana from a high-level hero is more valuable than from a low, because you're denying a more powerful spell.
Well, this is going to be a tricky fight here if he decides to take it. Viper decides to back up.
Speed Scroll, always
Speed
very
scroll, by the way.
imposing.
Yeah. Nice wave.
-2 headhunters instantly. Viper's kind of letting this happen to himself. He's got Heal Scroll but hasn't used it. -4 headhunters. There's his first Chain Lightning. RedPanda's doing much better here. Perfect lineup for a Shockwave. It's insane.
Ooh.
No Heal Scroll from Viper yet.
No, he's got it. I don't think he's got the mana for a second Chain Lightning either. That mana stealing, very effective so far. He's used it once. Panda's gonna chase it down. Second hero now coming, by the way.
That's -6 headhunters for Viper, and then he used Heal Scroll on the 4. RedPanda pressuring hard here with the Farseer TC. There's that TC finally coming out. I mean, did he just forget? Was it on purpose? RedPanda just playing better here. Fewer mistakes. He sees an enemy, runs in with the Speed Scroll, starts targeting, and it just overwhelms Viper for a while.
Yeah. Now he's going to be able to get that Shaman Master training going. And they will be hitting the battlefield in a little bit. Still a while though, but he can continue creeping safely. Very unlikely here that the Viper is going to be, well, attacking him at this point in time, right? After that previous engagement, he's licking his wounds.
Yes. Best place for Viper now would be to take the lab, then the red spot. That would give him some good value. As for RedPanda, he can either attack and capitalize on advantage, or take the red spot he's next to. Now, looks like he is gonna attack. I like that quite a bit. Wait, he's looking for a creep jack on the laboratory. As the Viper goes for the shop, knows he needs Heal Scroll, and wants to get his TC level 2. That leaves the laboratory up for RedPanda. Very valuable camp. Let's see what he gets from it.
Goblin Merchant at the very least was gathered. I think he got a Ring of Regen, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
What did he get on the other side of the map? Healing pot?
Yeah, greater healing potion. Very useful. Viper goes in with a Town Portal level 4.5 Farseer and a TC 1.9. Viper's at 40 pop. He's up against Bloodlust. Pretty valuable to take down the Lodge, but instant TP from RedPanda. And I think Viper didn't see it yet.
Oh, that icon is obviously a little bit further down. Berserking is done though here for the Viper. He's got that finished. Next hero just about to spawn as well for Panda.
Viper has no Heal Scroll here. It's on his TC, and the TC is in the back. Shadow Hunter comes out. Bloodlust is here. I think RedPanda is looking really good here, Loco.
Yeah, he's trying his best to see if he can potentially finish it as he actually shuts down. Yep, there we go. The farce here. GG gets cold, and RedPanda brings it home. Sick.
Wow, nice job. RedPanda, he's ecstatic about that. A little bit of a double fist bump. RedPanda makes it to the winner bracket finals. That actually guarantees him a top 3 position in the tournament already, with a minimum prize money as well of $1,600. He'll be going up against the winner of Tommy K and Churin, which will be our next series we're going to be casting. Sick.
Yeah, very well played.
Yo, Panda.
Hey.
What a series. All the way to the 5th
What
map.
a series. How many headhunters, how many wolves have died?
Several hundred. A worthy sacrifice, though.
At least. At least. Oh, GG's Viper. Really, really well played.
He's not here yet, but
Oh, he's not here.
We'll
Okay,
pass
okay.
it on. So you achieved one of your goals for now, though I'm not sure it's enough
Yes.
for you. Taking down Viper once. How does it feel?
Honestly, before the game, I said to the stream, if I have achieved everything I want, 2-2 against Viper, the legend himself, in an esport tourney, in an RTS even, is already sufficient for me. So winning this series really, really, really felt really good. So thanks to you, really, for organizing this. I think I speak for most of the guys that are watching right now when I say having something like this as a RTS kid growing up with RTS and loving the scene, loving these games, it's really, really nice.
I'm glad you're enjoying it so much, man. Cheers. It's been fun watching you guys practice and perform here. Loco, do you want to join for the next, or are you running late?
No, I think I'm going to be heading off. I got some games to play apparently tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Yo, RedPanda, have a good rest. We'll see you tomorrow for the winner bracket finals and
Thank you very
the
much.
grand finals. GG's. Loco, thank you so much for joining. It was great.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
See you guys, and see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.